Let's talk about accommodations, presented by Anitra Butler-Ngugi. Students with documented disabilities may request academic accommodations through the Disability Support Services Office. Standard academic accommodations include extended testing time for tests and quizzes, alternate testing place, reader, scribe, note-taker, permission to record class lectures, American Sign Language interpreter, contract interpreter, recorded textbooks, alternative testing format, volunteer class or peer note-taker, closed captioning requested, use of specialized computer software, of adaptive equipment, enlarged print materials, wheelchair accessible desk or table, and then a special desk, chair, or seating. Today's common tech tools can provide academic accommodations for learners. Example of some basic tech tools include closed captions, speech to text, text to speech, UI design, and recorded video lectures. So tech tools that can be used for academic accommodations in these categories. When we look at time, we can actually use the adaptive release features of the LMS to accommodate students with time. When we look at location, we can use a hyperflex location in person or totally distance learning online. So we can definitely accommodate with location. Format of the assignment and tests can also be accommodated. The reader could be accommodated with text-to-speech tools. The recorded textbooks can also be accommodated with text-to-speech tools. The scribe could be accommodated with speech-to-text. And then an American Sign Language interpreter can be accommodated with speech-to-text as well. Now, tech tools that cannot be used for academic accommodations. If we do need a sign language interpreter, then right now the technology can only be text to speech or speech to text. We don't necessarily have avatars yet that can do the interpretation with sign language. Wheelchair, accessible desk and table, the institution would have to work with that. And then special desk or chair seating, the institution and the the student would have to work with that. So for this session, I'm looking at what about students without documented disabilities? Do they deserve to be accommodated? Well, if good instruction is happening, then that's a natural accommodation. Good instruction consists of learner-centered teaching, guided inquiry, active learning, lecture, group work, online and in-class discussion, and use of assessment to inform students of their achievement. So we can make the assumption that good instruction is provided. If you are already doing these things, then what more can be done for students who are struggling? Well, we got to take a look at the academic characteristics of successful learners. We know that successful learners set goals. They acquire new knowledge and skills. They have the ability to apply learning strategies. They are natural leaders. They are risk takers. They are collaborative, self-motivated, reflective, persistent, resilient, and curious. So those are the academic characteristics of successful learners. Well, how should unsuccessful learners be academically accommodated? What if I'm not a risk taker? What if I'm not reflective? What if I'm not persistent? Do I deserve an accommodation? Well, have you heard any of these statements made by students? I don't understand the assignment. I'm not feeling well. I have too much work from my other classes. I had a family emergency. I didn't realize that this was due today. My internet was down. I have a lot going on in my personal life right now. I couldn't find the assignment instructions. I lost my notes. My computer crashed and I lost my work. I couldn't find the required reading materials. The course material is too difficult. I thought we had more time. I'm having issues with my group project members. The class time clashes with my work schedule. I didn't hear you mention that assignment in class. The course is not relevant to my career goals. I had trouble accessing the online learning platform. I thought that was optional, not mandatory. I've been studying for a different exam. Believe it or not, student pretexts are linked with academic inadequacies. So, a lot of what they're telling you in their pretexts may directly link to their inability to be persistent or reflective or being a risk taker. So, academically striving students may need accommodations. Student pretext could provide a sign for the type of academic accommodation needed.